I guess since we're here, I'll go ahead and ask this question. What
Go
kind of
on.
medium armor are you selling?
What kind of medium armor are you in the store for?
The kind that stops me from getting the shit knocked out of me. And there it goes again. Mhm.
We've got anything made of metal, half plate, breastplate, scale mail, skate, and chain shirts.
Let's see. Well, now that you say it, just for my own curiosity, what's that half plate selling for?
Oh, my current set. I think it came out quite nice. So it's about 800 gold.
I may have to come back.
Ah, I understand.
What's the strongest set of light armor you have?
Light armor?
Yes,
Aren't you wearing studded leather?
I am. It's light armor.
That is the best light armor.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, we don't deal with light armor here. Not a whole lot of leather working going on. Mostly iron and steel and brass and bronze.
Well,
Okay.
while I'm thinking about it, how much is splint armor selling for?
Say again?
Splint armor?
Splint?
SPLINT.
Oh, that's the heavy armor. Okay. Ah. This set's really nice. 250? How does that sound?
What about 175?
Roll persuasion.
Yeah.
Can I give them an advantage?
No.
You have to tell me what you're going to say to help convince the 175.
What type of armor is it?
Splint armor?
Split. This shit's split together. Who the fuck would want that kind of armor? 250 ain't worth it.
Suit yourself. You're looking for padded.
Yeah, I bet you it's stronger than that shit.
What'd you get, Jared?
Not good. 5.
How about 200? I think
You know
I could still make profit on 2.
2 sounds fair, and I'll shake his hand.
200 gold it is. Go ahead and add the splint armor and remove 200 gold. Oh, you don't have proficiency with heavy armor. You don't have proficiency with heavy armor.
What have I done?
I will allow you to take this back. Because I think if you don't have proficiency, you can't cast some of your... Or you can't use something. What does it do?
Oh. Yeah. If you're okay with retconning that, I'll just not do that.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, just read it. You can't cast spells. Your attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks have disadvantage. Wear the armor. Pretty rough.
Fair enough.
All right, never happened. Keep your 200 gold. Don't add the splint.
Can do. All right.
So, is there anything else I can help you with?
I mean, I'm good. Turn and start heading for the door.
Alrighty. Also, this guy doesn't sell armor, and I forgot that.
The entire 5 minutes was a complete and total waste of time.
On both parties.
Yeah, because like I described the internals as having weapons, and then you asked about armor. It's like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Did we figure out where this neighbor was? Okay.
Literally right next door.
Oh my god. Can't get in.
What are you trying to get into?
See beyond.
Is your computer messed up?
No.
Yeah, I couldn't get into the website either, but if you do a dndbeyond.com/characters, go there, and then you can navigate from there.
I'm
But,
having
like, the homepage
no issues.
doesn't work for some reason. I just had the same issue.
So telling me to sign in. When I go to sign in, it tells me authorize, log in with your Wizards account. Admin client for back-end services will receive access to your email address.
Did you
Interesting.
go
You
wizard?
should be able to sign in another way. Whatever way you signed up for before.
I can get it on my phone just fine. I tried a different browser. I tried clearing out my my browsing history.
How are you signed in on your phone?
I'll just always on. I don't know
Is it not Google?
Is it through Is it through Google instead of Wizards?
the app.
D&D Beyond.
Then it is probably through Google. Try signing up through Google.
I have noticed a strange silence.
Got a robot. To help.
Hunter, you're doing the thing again.
What thing?
Or I can hear.
How's that?
Oh, it's both you and Jordan.
What?
Jordan's not here. He
I
just
meant
worked.
Jared.
Oh. I don't know how to solve that problem.
For your pass.
I need a new music bot. Fred was disappointing me.
Thank you.
See the old time.
So, y'all wanted to go to the neighbor's house?
Yeah, that was my understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like no Fred
Oh, I
vote
forgot to
today.
do my health.
Alright, you walk inside. And very similar to the last shop you were in, instead of weapons, it's just armor and shields. All of it's made of metal. You don't see any leather work done in here. So all medium and heavy armor scattered across the room on display, with plenty of decorative shields to pick from. And in the same exact spot, center of the room, a blacksmith is laboring away at the forge. And past him are the resources. What can I do you for?
We're here investigating the portal down in the mines. Do you know anything about it?
Oh yeah, we sent a couple of them. Sent a couple guys over there a few weeks ago. I don't know what happened to them. I guess they didn't turn them back up, did they?
When did it start?
At the mine?
The portal.
Oh, the portal. I think I noticed it and started hearing stories about it about 6 weeks ago. About the same time that the
Did it
adventurers.
happen?
Say again?
Anything happened around that time?
Dwarves.
Ordinary?
Dwarves mining.
So you're telling me it's the dwarves' fault?
Preferably, everything that happens on this island is the fault of a dwarf.
Except the farming.
Except the farming. See, this guy gets it.
I don't know what I get, but I get something.
You know, the point.
Oh! Wait, what kind of elves are these? Now I'm curious.
Half elves.
What?
Half.
Oh.
Cross between high and human.
Right. That's slightly better.
So, are a lot of the dwarfs half dwarfs?
Nope, we're all full blood.
How did all of these half elves get here then?
What do you mean? There's an elvish town to the north. Right next to it is a human town. And you know, vacations and stuff. Couldn't make a living in the stock market, so they started being farmers. We're happy to let them here.
Okay.
Sounds like we need to talk to them as well.
About matters of the mines.
Well, they might have seen something. Maybe not in the mine, but who knows?
What about this last party that went down there?
What about him?
Your neighbor here says that our company sent another party. We're actually looking for them.
Oh,
Anything you could tell us could help.
Too bad.
they probably walked into the portal. You know, makes sense to me.
What did they look like? Did they say anything out of the ordinary? Do you know for a fact they were just going for the portal? Did they buy anything from you?
Yeah, a couple of them picked up some scale mail. Yeah, needed some extra protection.
Scale mail, heavy armor.
Yes.
What did they look like? Were they dwarves, elves?
They were just like your party. Kind of a cross of all the races. I think there's a dragonborn in there. He's the only one that really stuck out to me.
Was he their leader?
No, he just did all the punching.
Don't you look at me.
Hunter's muted, and Dad said be right back, so I think it's just you two right now.
How long ago were they?
I'm pretty sure this question has been answered 4 times now. Right, 6 weeks ago?
The party was here? No, not the portal. The party.
Yeah, about a month ago. That was covered in the intro letter.
Okay.
Right.
So it's been a month. Has anybody seen this party?
Yeah, they went out about the same time, right before you got back from the False Hydra.
Right. So,
How long has the mine been there?
The mine? Been here as long as I've been here, and I've been alive for 300 years. Dwarves don't stop digging till they reach the core.
Who runs the mine? Who's in charge?
More of like a union. Everyone kind of owns the mine. If you work it, it's your mine.
So it's a voluntary work?
Of course. But anything you pull out, you can sell.
Have you been down to the mine?
No, mining's not for me. I'm more of a craftsman myself.
So do you buy all of these materials
Yes,
from the mine?
that is correct.
Have you noticed anything strange about them here lately? Anything
Oh.
different? Bigger, smaller, more quantity, less?
It's been a pretty steady flow. I set my orders up normally. They bring them as they get them. If I run low on something, I just re-up the order.
If the mine's been running for 300 years, you would imagine at some point it'd start to run low on materials.
The dwarves just dig deeper.
They can only go so deep before they break through.
You'd be surprised how deep the dwarves will go.
About how deep is this mine?
Probably a few thousand.
Feet?
Oh, yes.
Kilometers?
Feet. But the depth's not what gets you. It's all the twists and tunnels. We probably have a network of tunnels underneath their mountain over there. You probably, if you just dig up, get to at least 6 other countries.
Who knows these mines the best? Has there been somebody working them for 300 years?
The dwarves that work the mines die in the mines. So, probably someone who's mining.
Nobody's came out to live to tell the tale?
Not to this day. Dwarves don't retire. Too obsessed with the gold.
getting the distinct impression that it would just be better for us to go look at this portal.
Yeah, I really think it'd just be best for us to go down to the mines.
Agreed.
Let's go.
All right. You kids have fun down there.
We thank you for your time and patience with us.
But of course.
Wait, is there a library?
No. Dwarves don't read. The only books they have are books of grudges, and they keep those in their homes.
I see which dwarves you're going with here. Is there a Slayer King here?
Not here. He lives in the Great Plains.
Oh God!
All right, you approach the entrance of the mine, and there is a massive door, way too big for a dwarf. It's about 30 feet tall. The door itself. It is a reinforced wooden door. It's got iron beams going all down it. 2 large handles on the front, and you see to either side of you looks like tracks, and there are carts that are full of unprocessed rock that are ready to be processed. You see a few dwarves taking those rocks and carrying them away in carts.
Is there any writing on the walls? Anything on the door?
No inscriptions.
I want to walk over to these 2 dwarves
Okay.
and ask them how long they've been working the mines.
Oh, I've since I was a wee lad, probably 2, maybe 3. I've lost track of time.
So you know these mines very well.
No, I never go inside.
What do you mean?
They send me the rock. I pack up the rock. I send the rock elsewhere.
Who sends you the rock?
The miners, the people inside the mines.
Have you ever seen them go in the mines?
No, you live in the mines.
How do new people get in the mines?
You decide you want to go in. You enter,
These
and then you stay a miner.
doors look too big for any dwarf.
It's a test of strength to make sure we can actually break the rock inside.
So the test is just to push the doors open?
If you can push them, you can break them.
Is anybody like really strong?
Yeah, who's the strongest in our party? It's
I'll
not
give it
me.
my best shot.
Because I can. What are you?
He can Thorn Whip it.
I was gonna charm person.
Aw.
I mean,
And try and
I'm
convince him
plus
to
8
take
on
all
athletics
this-
checks.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Plus 8's a pretty good number.
What?
I'm plus 8 on athletics checks.
He's very strong.
Okay.
Arm wrestling.
I do one thing and one thing out only. Punch.
Hit stuff.
Nice. Break it down.
You ready to make an attempt?
I will push on it.
All right.
Is this a pull door? It better not be a pull door.
Go ahead and roll to see if it opens.
25.
Cool. You open it with ease. You walk into the door. You grab the handles. You're expecting a lot of a fight, and the door just opens.
Easy peasy.
Well, when you do it,
What?
How tall is he? How tall are you, Harper?
I wrote that down.
normal size. 5'11", 6'2", somewhere between there.
Hold on. 6 foot.
You are not 6 foot.
You shut your mouth, Jeremy. You're not a frog.
I didn't lie about my height.
So you are exactly 2 feet taller than me? I'm just gonna look up at you and be like, yeah. For a tall guy.
And I will scoop him up by the collar and throw him into the mine.
Not
Is it-
very,
In character.
I guess I just said it, didn't I?
All right. Roll a check for it. See if you can pick him up. Kevin, roll a dexterity to see if you don't get picked up. We got numbers to work with.
I got a 21.
18.
Kevin. I guess you get
12.
picked up. Hunter, why are you rolling?
I may have misunderstood what was going on.
Instructions are clear. Punch child.
So,
no comment. I'm
um,
just gonna look at everybody and walk off.
so Harper picks up Leo and by the collar and like his belt loop and just kind of chucks him into the room.
I want to, the moment he picks me up, I want to try to persuade him to put me on his shoulders and carry me around.
Well, that's what. Oh, you can't use persuasion checks on players.
What?
Can't use persuasion or deception on players.
We'll use it
You
this
have
one
to
time.
actually persuade or deceive me.
Yes, you have to actually persuade or deceive the player
Hey.
with fancy
No.
words. You got
Was
6
that
seconds.
early?
Go.
Throwing me would prove nothing. You're 2 feet taller than me and you push these doors open with ease. Of course you're strong.
All right, that's it.
Carry me. A true man would prove his strength through
Really?
endurance.
And at proved strength, I will chuck him.
Okay. You get tossed about 6 feet. You slide the ground a little bit, and you stand up and dust yourself off. And you're standing next to a railing, and you can look down and see that there is no bottom to this mine. It just keeps going. But off to your right, you do see a faint purple glow coming out of one of the tunnels. And Hunter sits there and flexes his muscles.
Harper,
No, Hunter.
Oh.
No,
what is Hunter doing?
Slag.
Okay. Slag. Jordan.
Why is Slag flexing her muscles?
You rolled a 12
you
for some
rolled.
reason.
He's just over there doing the middle school thing where you flex and put a finger behind your bicep.
I want to look around for a rock.
You're in a mine. There's rocks everywhere.
Yeah, I just want to pick up a small rock.
All right, you
And
find.
I want to magical infuse it with light,
Okay.
and then I want to throw it down this tunnel. And
I'm
see how
Not
long
where
it
I thought
takes
that was
to-
going.
Me neither. Is it safe to assume the rest of the party is joining him and watching him throw his
Yeah.
rock off?
I threw him in and then followed after him.
Did you think I was going to throw it at Harper?
Yeah.
I thought
Yes.
about it.
I was waiting on it.
You infuse the rock with light and you toss it in.
I thought about it as a bonus action, making a cannon and blowing us all both up. But
Part two.
I was like, that's a little extreme, don't you think?
I didn't like fast pitch you. Just kind of a get in there.
All right, so you take the
About how
glowing
long
rock
does it take? Yeah.
and you chuck it into the pit. After about 2.5 minutes of the rock falling, the light just kind of disappears.
2.5 minutes?
Yeah, real deep. It's a real deep cave.
Let's go straight.
You know, that blacksmith said 4 or 5 floors. We didn't ask how far up lower goes.
Oh, it only took like 2 seconds for the rock to pass where the glow is coming from.
Oh, okay.
We can figure out how deep this cave is. Hold up. Force equals times distance. We don't know distance. Force is the gravity. Gravity is about 9.25 feet per second.
Meters per
This makes me head hurt.
It's
now.
9.8
it.
meters per second.
I don't know fucking meters, dude.
I can tell you that this rock will fall at a rate of 32 feet per second. Times 150 seconds. Which is 16,000 feet?
16,000 meters, right?
Nope, feet. 32 feet per second.
That's about a third of a mile.
What?
Anyway, let's continue on down towards the blue glow.
Yeah, you see some very convenient steps that are carved into the mountain itself on your right, and they kind of spiral down. Every now and then they have a long stretch where they stop, where the dwarves would actually tunnel in.
Oh. They were not exaggerating. This is an old mine.
So you start wandering down the steps.
Yep.
I'm not sure how long it would take. So let's just say after 5 minutes of walking, you get to the quote-unquote 5th floor. where the purple glow is just barely seeping out of the tunnel. And inside of it, you can see what looks like part of the wall has turned into a fissure or a rip, kind of in reality. And there was a entrance to a portal.
I would like to investigate the area around the portal.
All right, go ahead and roll investigation.
Would this be Fey, Fiend, or Aberration, Aberration in origin, by chance?
No.
I don't know shit.
Well,
I
you're
don't
just
know my ass for a hole in the ground. That's a nat 1.
oof. Yeah, that thing is definitely purple.
And I'm not even sure of that.
That thing is
Can
probably
I roll a
purple.
perception check?
You sure can.
Oh,
Yeah, you find a little notebook that's kind of like propped up against the wall next to the portal, to the right of it.
Like handwritten? Is it like a book? Is it?
It's a
I want
notebook,
to pick it up.
something that someone would write into.
I want to pick it up and look through it.
All right. It's very basic. They left exactly one message, and the rest of the book is empty. And the front of it says, "If we're not out in 2 weeks, send help." And the date above it was 6 weeks ago.
okay.
Sorry, 4 weeks ago.
I want to do a history check to see if I know anything about the portal, or if I notice any type of engravings or carvings around the portal, on the floor or the ceiling.
Right. Go ahead and roll a check.
15 plus. Pull it up on my phone.
It's high enough. Unfortunately, there aren't any engravings around it. There's no clues on the outside of the portal that indicate what's beyond it or who created it.
Tie a rope around my waist and go to the portal. And then the other end.
You tie the rope around your waist, and we gotta go to the secrets chat. Cool. So you tie the rope around your waist, and I'm assuming it's a 50-foot rope.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. You walk through the portal, and the gravity seems to shift on you. So instead of going down towards your feet, you're now falling chest first.
Okay, so it's like a ceiling portal on the other side.
You start falling at a pretty fast rate, approximately 9.8 meters per second. Below you, you see lots of trees. They're evergreens, pine mostly. The ground looks like has a bluish tinge to it on the grass. And there is a big pool of water directly in the center that you're currently flying toward.
Bluegrass, and I'm falling chest foot.
Yes.
They got a hold of that rope.
You have about. I'll give you one bonus action if you want to do anything before you hit the water.
Misty step into the water.
Okay.
But I don't get hurt.
Sense to me. You cast Misty Step, and you reappear on the edge of the water. The rope is now dangling through the portal above the water, about 10 feet off the ground. I'm going to hop into the other chat real quick. I'll be back.
We'll reprimand them later.
As Durain walks through the portal, the rope suddenly starts moving very fast. Almost to the point where if you weren't wearing gloves or gauntlets, you would have gotten rope burn because of the speed. that is coming
Like
from
it's
it.
getting sucked in, or like it's vibrating up and down.
Like it's getting sucked in.
All right.
And then
First and foremost, is there a rock, like a rock stuck in the ground, jutting up?
Or a pillar.
I
there
want
is
something
not.
that I can create a bind with.
Right. There is not. But I'm going to finish the description real quick. Out of nowhere, the rope goes slack, and there is no longer tension.
Start
called
pulling
it.
on the rope.
All right, you start pulling up on the rope. After about 3 seconds, the other end of the rope comes through the portal.
Did I call it or did I call it?
You called it. We were talking about this. I wish you would have just jumped in. It should have been 2-2. It should have been 2-2.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna go in after him.
No.
And then I'm gonna jump in the portal.
Stop.
We've got to go get him. Come on.
What's up?
So, Dad, from your perspective, you see the rope kind of quickly get pulled back through the portal, and not 2 seconds after, you see Slag now falling through the air into the same pool of water. Hunter, from your perspective, you jump through the portal and gravity gets swapped. So instead of having gravity pulled down towards your feet, you are now falling face first into a pool of water. Around you, you see pine trees. They look like lots of evergreens, lots of pine. The grass has a bluish tinge to it, and there's a pool of water in the center of the room that you're now flying towards face first.
Cool.
You have a bonus action, and that is all I can give you. Do you want to do anything before you hit the water?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Another really important note. Whenever you stepped through the portal, all of your gear disappeared. Everything in your inventory is now gone.
What?
Can I still cast spells?
If they don't have a material component, yes.
Okay.
So if the spell has a little M on it, you can't cast it.
Quick question. When we hit the water, will it hurt?
If you belly flop, probably.
Okay.
You do have time to correct yourself. But that would be your bonus action.
I'm not gonna use a bonus action.
You're just gonna fall face first into the water?
Yeah, I'll come back up.
Okay, you're gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage on impact. That there is a huge splash that comes out of the water as Slag smacks chest first into this pool of water. Makes a pretty decent splash around it. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
For a complete barbarian.
I'm back.
You've been gone for 2 minutes and we got into an argument. You see what you did?
We're already fighting over here.
So half your party just went head first into a portal. What are y'all thinking?
Well, first off, I don't know why all my spell slots are taken. The only thing I've cast is detect magic.
You didn't take a long rest at the end of the last session, but you should
We had a month off.
Yeah, you should have taken a long
okay.
rest, but you just didn't.
Okay, I got you.
Anyways, yeah, half your party is gone. Now what?
So first, before we just jump in, I want to cast aid
Okay,
on Harper here.
which does.
Let me pull it back up.
Never mind, I'll pull it up. Continue.
And then, can I cast shield on me as a bonus action?
Timing rules don't matter currently.
So does this take up like a spell slot if I cast it here?
Yes, it will still take up a spell slot, but you don't have to care about timing rules.
Okay.
Toughness and resolve. 3 creatures you see within range. Each target's hit points maximum is increased by 5. Seems pretty good.
Even if it's like one reaction, does that take up a spell slot?
Yes. If it
Okay.
is a first or second level spell, it will use a spell.
Okay, I got you. And then I'm gonna put a shield on me. An invisible barrier magic force appears and protects you until the start of your next turn. You have +5 bonus to AC.
Okay.
Just in case we're just jumping right into anything, and then I think we've agreed that we're just gonna jump in the portal right behind them.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll go first.
All right, I'm gonna
And
bring.
I'll follow suit.
All right, I'll bring the other two over here.
Way to go, D-Rain.
So, you can't speak yet. I had to describe your falling sequence. As you jump through the portal, gravity seems to swap, rotating about 90 degrees, and you're now flying chest first into a pool of water. You notice that you suddenly feel lighter. Around you, you see evergreen trees, lots of pine. The grass is kind of has like a bluish tinge to it, like it would belong in like a tundra or a taiga. And you're falling towards the water. You have one bonus action before you make impact. You may use your bonus action to correct your angle so you don't go face first.
You forgot to tell him the other thing.
No, I told him he feels lighter.
Oh, okay.
He'll notice when he hits.
Can we act like we're just gonna plant our feet on the ground?
There's water. There's water for you to land in.
I want to go feet first.
You use your bonus action and you readjust your momentum and you land feet first into the water and then you slowly surface. Harbor?
Full-blown cannonball.
All right. You hit the water with a very satisfying as a huge wave of water gets splashed into the air, almost touching the pool. And then you slowly rise to the surface and climb out. Now that you're wet, you notice you're very cold. Everything in your inventory has disappeared.
What?
Are we naked?
Yes.
Are we
Hell
afraid?
yeah!
So, how do we just empty out our inventory?
We didn't. Something else did.
We lost it when we came through the portal.
So to get rid of it, I've already marked down every item you guys have in your inventory, so we don't have to worry about forgetting it. But if you click Manage Inventory, and then click Equipment, you can click the arrow and you can remove it, delete it.
Can you say that one more time?
You're going to click Manage Inventory, hit the drop down where it says Equipment and Backpack, and you can just delete those items. And that brings up something I missed. There's supposed to be 2 of these. The list is now updated again.
So everything's gone?
Everything is gone. So if you have material components to your spells, you can no longer cast those spells unless you find your spellcasting focus or you find your spellcasting material. And this is
Do
why
we
you
lose
get...
our coins too?
Yes, everything is gone.
Dun, dun, dun.
Cool.
I will not be drawing your whole map for you. You guys have to figure this one out on your own. Because I know exactly what it looks like, but part of the fun of this is you guys trying to figure it out. So
Cool.
now that the whole party is together and naked and afraid, there is a pool of water in front of you. Very cold in this room, not freezing to the point where you'll start taking hypothermia damage, but cold enough to make you feel uncomfortable for being outside naked and wet.
You keep
My
saying
nipples are so hard right now.
So is it like a cave inside the portal?
Yes, but that portal is still emitting light and you can still see everything inside this room.
Sit on my titties earlier, and then it's cold outside and we're naked, so my nipples are hard. No.
To give a little bit more description of the
Nice to know.
room that I haven't described already, there are 4 exits to this room. Here. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here.
Is the rope going away from the portal now?
The rope fell into the water.
So
Why don't
we're in a
follow me
room
down
now?
here?
Do what?
Yeah, we're in like a cave. Why did y'all follow me down here?
You think we'd just leave you alone?
I
Yeah.
thought about it.
Well, I know you did.
We're like a band of brothers, dude.
We pulled the end of the rope out and it broke, so we followed you.
It didn't break. You pulled out the
Well,
full
that's
50
what we
feet of
do
rope.
at the time.
Well,
Are the
alright.
notepads gonna come in anytime soon?
What?
Are the notepads coming into play anytime soon?
Right now.
You're drawing out your map.
This is all the information I will give you about the maze, or about where you're at.
Read it.
This is all the
We're in
information
a maze.
I will be giving
Alright.
you about the dungeon for the rest of this dungeon.
How big is this room approximately?
This room is pretty big. It's about 120 feet wide and 120 feet long.
Hang on, I'm gonna need you to say that again in just. Okay, what was that?
The room is 120 by 120.
Okay.
Which comes out to 20 tiles by 20 tiles.
Okay. Well,
So, I think we should just really roll a dice. Actually, is there any signs on the walls? Any arrows pointing in a direction? Any notes we seen scribbled?
Go ahead and roll an investigation.
$15.
15.
Can you turn this light on?
All right. Yeah, I'll say that's enough. By each of the doors, there looks to be some kind of slot.
Like a coin slot, like a key slot.
Like there is an opening about 6 inches in diameter that looks circular by each of the doors.
Like they take like a Coke can.
Bigger? 6 inches in diameter. It's flat. It's just like a recess in the wall. It looks like you would
Okay.
insert something there.
Do I notice anything else about the room?
No, those are all the details you can make. But I will say, the doorway to the south has crap. I think I forgot. Has 2 slots. The doorway to the north has 2 slots, and there is 1 slot to the west and to the east. So, for a grand total of 6 open slots.
Are these doorways open, or is there a door blocking it?
They are open.
Can you tell me where the slots are again?
Yes. 2. This one may be wrong. Give me a
You said north and south.
It is wrong. So I meant to say west and south.
West and
Oh,
okay, hold
Yeah,
up.
I had to redecipher my map. That's my bad.
easy enough.
So 2, 2, 1, 1.
Just like he has it on the screen. So
I mean, quit playing with your tits and pay attention.
No can do.
Massaging them, trying to get them curtain.
I don't tell you to stop playing with your pickle.
So I think we go to either the north or the east.
Why?
Okay.
Well, in case
Oh.
in case these contain one slots apiece in the room.
The ranger's going to look for footsteps at each door to see if we can find out which way the other party went.
There's footsteps leading into each corridor.
How many sets of footsteps per door?
There are 6 footsteps going into the east. There are 4 footsteps going to the south. There are 4 sets of footsteps going to the west, and there is 1 set of footsteps going to the north.
We're going north.
So 1, 6, 4.
Does anyone want to know why we're going?
You know, instead of playing these games, you could just tell us.
Well, if you want to know, I'll tell you. If you don't want to know, I'm not going to tell you.
Just tell us.
Well, there were 6 people that came down here. Looks like 5 of them are dead and only 1 left, and he went north.
Good logic. That's why you're the leader. Let's go north.
Alrighty. You approach the first doorway. And crazily enough, there is a tunnel in front of you. It is very dim inside the tunnel. The only glow is coming from the purple light of the primary room. So it only goes in about 30 feet, and then it goes to total darkness.
I am going to pull out the rock that Harper gave me, and I'm going to use it to emit light.
Where did you get
I'm
this
gonna
rock
magically
from?
infuse it. Harper gave it to me
When did Harper give you the rock?
while you were talking to D-Rain.
So what happened before? Wait, like while you're in the room?
It was
You
was
don't
it
have it
before all this?
Everything's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was before. I can pick up a rock though, right?
Oh yeah, there's definitely like little pebbles on the ground.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and use it to emit light.
Okay. What are you using in order to make it emit?
Magical tinkering. I can imbue a tiny non-magical object with a magical property of your choice. 5-foot radius light up to 6 seconds. Up to 6-second long recorded message. Emit odor or non-verbal sounds. Static and visual effect, including up to 25 words or text.
So you
You
have
can afford a maximum of 3 items at a time. So
effectively a little ball of light, and we'll say that you can. It's bright light for 5 feet. It's probably dim light for another 5.
How
we
long
can
does
see
it
a
last?
total of 10 feet ahead of us.
Yes.
I think never mind. I do not.
This lasts until he gets rid of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So you start walking down the tunnel. You walk for about 120 feet, and then there is a hard right, and that is the only option you have.
Going right.
You walk.
I'll be right back. Y'all can keep going.
You walk for an additional 240 feet, and there's a hard left. That is your only option. You walk for 30 feet, and now you're presented with your first choice: left or right.
Tunnel went
Should have got graph paper.
120. That went right. What was the distance there?
So you went straight for 120, right for 240, and then straight for 30.
Left 30. Then we have a T or like a Y.
It's a T.
Okay. Footsteps. Perception.
Go ahead and roll.
12 plus. On shut off again.
Is there a chance I could pick up a scent?
Would that be like a passive senses thing?
I think it's a I can roll. I know I can roll for it.
Oh, it was passive investigation. Yeah, you go ahead and roll for it while Dad's figuring out his.
You're calling this investigation?
Um,
Oh, I have a passive investigation. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Perception.
Well, passive investigation is lower than his passive. What? No, wait. Yours is.
Okay, a
Yeah,
passive
it's-
check is a special kind of ability check that doesn't involve any die roll.
Right.
I got a 9. Oh,
So
13.
I have a 14 passive or investigate.
Um,
And
So, Dad, you don't see any footsteps, and Jared, everything kind of smells just a little bit moldy.
I have a 16 actual investigation.
Like these tunnels are damp. There's still no footsteps.
What's the surface?
Stone.
I don't see.
Hmm.
It all smells wet down here.
Any Hmm.
You have true sight.
Okay.
Dang it.
So I'm gonna look down both hallways. Does one I see anything?
Even with true sight, your range does not go far enough. You do not see the end of either tunnel, and you don't see any turns before the end.
Yeah. Let's take a very uneducated guess here. Where y'all want to go?
Eeny, meeny, miny, left.
Sounds good. We're going left. Careful. Oh, awesome.
All right, you start walking left. You walk for 300 feet. You're presented with a left turn, full 90 degrees, straight down.
Left for
You walk down for about another 90 feet. You're presented with another left turn.
Okay.
You continue following this path for another 15 feet, and then you're presented with another left turn.
Okay.
In front of you is a 45-foot tunnel that leads into a dead end.
Okay. Let's kind of investigate the room, see if we can find anything useful. Markings on the wall, weapons, rocks to throw at people.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Oh, 5.
What is this, investigation?
Yes.
I have a 14 passive.
17.
There are a few pebbles on the ground. Looks like natural erosion rocks.
I will pick all of them up.
All right, you now have 27 pebbles.
Well, I guess we need to go back and go the other direction.
If you want to use as a weapon, I'll say if you can beat armor class with your strength modifier, it will deal 1 damage.
7 hit points. Don't miss.
Alright, so you start retracing your steps and eventually go back to where you initially took that left turn, and the only unexplored path is straight.
Great.
For another 300 feet.
Okay.
And you're presented with a left.
Okay.
You follow it for 120 feet. And you're presented with a left for 15 feet. Another left for 25 feet. And then you're presented with a right. New, that's fun. It's only for 10 feet. And then you're presented with another right for another 20 feet. And then a left for 10 feet, and then you come to a cross section. You can move left or straight. From where you're at, you do see a second left in front of you, another 15 feet away.
Okay, what do we see to the left?
You see a tunnel that leads into darkness.
That's as far as I can tell. I see is dark.
Yes.
Let's go left first.
I might have told you the wrong number.
Yep.
So with 20 feet, I think you can see the end of it.
Okay, so it's just a dead end again.
No, it takes a right.
Okay. All right. Keep following it.
Right, you're gonna keep following it, and it's going to go down for another 270 feet. And then you're presented with a left for 120 feet. And then you're presented with a right for 10 feet. You see a walkway to your left, and you have the option to continue walking straight.
Same question as I look down both hallways. If I see anything beyond within my sight range.
What is your range on true sight?
60 or 30.
Okay,
That's
so
pretty good.
let's assume 60. Going straight, you can't see the end of the tunnel. Left, it goes for about 20 feet and then takes a right.
Real quick, after this, I think we should share maps and compare so that we make sure we have like the right layout.
I don't want to see
I will send you a picture. Good luck deciphering it.
So do you want to take a left or keep going straight?
Great.
All right, you continue marching straight for 120 feet. And now to your left for... Ooh. Did get numbered. It's fine. To your left for 30 feet, you see a dead end. And to your right, the tunnel seems to go on into the darkness.
Okay, we'll go to the 30 feet. You kind of did the same thing we did in the last room. Look around, see if we find anything.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
19 plus something.
I got a 10.
19 plus something, we'll say you picked up another 32 pebbles.
Hey, now we're talking.
Now we're cooking with fire. All right, and then you're going to turn around, not counting the distance you just traveled. So at the intersection, you're going to travel another 400 feet and be presented with another option. Say again?
Okay, what's the option there?
You can go left, or you can go straight for 5 feet and then left. Or you can go straight for 20 feet and hit a dead end.
Go to the dead end, look around again.
At the dead end, it looks like there are some there looks to be some scratch marks on the ground in a semicircle. Like stone grinding against stone.
Semicircle. Like half of the circle.
Yes, half the circle is in the room.
I want to detect magic.
I can't detect shit.
Yeah, there's one guy here that can. I think he's here.
I am here. I'll take magic.
There's no magic.
I can detect animals.
There's no animals.
Okay. What about plants? I can also detect plants.
Is it blocked by vision?
Poison and disease.
Is it blocked by vision?
Let's see. The duration you sense the location of poisons and creatures within 30 feet of yourself. The spell is blocked by 1 foot of stone, dirt, or
There are no
wood,
plants.
1 inch of metal, or thin. Okay. I got it.
One more question.
Yes.
How are we seeing inside this cave?
You have true sight, and Leo is carrying a luminescent stone. He found it on the ground, and he imbued it with magic.
Okay, all right. That's right. I remember that now. Okay, let's leave this room. Go back to the next ride and take it.
So you're going to take the... So you're going
First.
First one relative to your current position or your previous position?
Current position.
Current position. You're going to take a right for 30 feet and be presented with another T intersection. You can go left or right.
All right. Looking down both ways, do I see passages?
To your left, you can see down the hallway, and there is another right turn at the end of it. And to your right, you see a intersection where you can go left or right or straight. And at the end of that additional straight, there's another left.
One more time.
What?
Left, you can go straight for 30 feet and then take a right. Got it?
Yep.
Right, you can go straight for 30 feet and take a left, right, or straight. It's a T intersection. Lowercase t. And at the end of that straight, there was another left turn.
Real quick, I want to cast Summon Beast.
You cannot cast Summon Beast. You do not have the material components.
What?
For Summon Beast, you need a feather, tuft of fur, and a fishtail inside of a gilded acorn worth 200 or more gold.
Where does it say that?
So at the end of the spell, where it says notes, you have D for duration for an hour, and then you have V, S, and M. V stands for verbal, which means you have to be able to speak. S means somatic, which means it requires some kind of hand movements, so you can't be bound. And M is your material cost.
That is ridiculous.
Usually you can ignore material costs if you have a spellcasting focus. But that is somewhere in this dungeon.
Got it. Carry on.
Alright, so left or right?
Left.
I heard Dad say right, and he has the best vision. And he's at the front of the marching order.
That sounds good to me.
You can discuss it more if you want to try and convince him to go left.
I don't care. I trust him more than I trust myself. And if it goes wrong, we can blame him instead of me.
Exactly.
Okay, you take a right, you walk for 30 feet, and you're presented with an intersection that goes in every direction. Left, right, and straight. To your left, after about 5 feet, is a dead end. Nope, I lied. To your left goes for about 20 feet and then takes a left. To your right goes about 45 feet and has a intersection to the left and right. And straight has the option to go left after 20 feet.
I want to say that came real close to being a swastika, Dylan.
I was just drawing lines. There might be some weird stuff in here, all right?
Sure. It's all stuff.
Just saying.
Just a brief overview. I see at least one penis.
At least one. Alright. Somebody else choose. I ain't getting us nowhere.
Let's go left.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
one left.
You go left. At the end of it, there is another left. So after 20 feet, there is an additional left. You do, again, notice on the ground there seems to be some kind of scratch marks on the ground. And
At the intersection or at the end of the left?
At the beginning of the left. So as soon as you turn left, after 5 feet, you notice scraping marks on the ground.
I want to follow.
What do these scraping marks look like? Do they look like writing? Do they look like claws? Do they look like human?
They look like stone grinding against stone in a circular fashion.
So they're like spiral grind marks?
Yes.
Interesting.
Can I do an investigation check here?
Of course. What do you think you're... Yeah, go ahead and roll. Just roll for me.
16.
Yeah, no, like
From what you can understand, as your history as an artificer, you think these move.
let's move them.
There's a chance that this intersection rotates.
You noticed that on the last one.
Sorry.
He wasn't here.
Yeah, it was, because I didn't check detect magic.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Why didn't I pick these up then?
someone give me a strength check. See if you can push it. Because it's not magical.
Harper.
Don't worry, I got
The
you.
word please is a free thing.
Not here, roll.
I got an 18.
Wow.
Hunter, not good enough.
17.
17 is also not good enough.
I guess I'll try.
You kind of push on the walls.
I'll
And...
try.
Yeah, go for it.
14 is not good enough.
Okay, cool. So you push on the walls, and they feel just as sturdy as every other wall in this tunnels.
Okay, I got 10.
Well, fuck, I might as well try.
Give it a shot.
Or 15. Not good enough.
Yeah, this wall feels just as sturdy as every other wall in this tunnel.
What if two of us push on it at once?
I can give you advantage.
So who has the highest strength bonus?
Harper. Plus 8.
Alright, Harper. If we all push on it, can we give them +3 advantage?
Only one advantage is allowed.
Oh.
Uh,
So Harper and D-Ray will
25.
push on the door.
The 25?
yes.
You push on this door, or on this wall as hard as you can, and it feels like there's something binding against it. It's not letting you turn it.
Can I use gaseous form to turn it into a thing of gas and then like go in between the cracks from like how it's able to open?
Do you have a bit of gauze?
What?
Do you have a bit of gauze?
Why would I need that?
Because it is a material component for the spell gaseous form.
Oh my god, dude. Class sucks.
Well, we didn't know we were all going to be
This session,
stripped
so I can
down.
go on.
No, you didn't know we were going to be stripped down to nothing. Normally we have all the stuff we need.
No, it's not because of that. It's just the fact that I need all this stuff just to cast spells.
But you don't if you have your spellcasting focus. Which I'm going to assume everyone left those in their backpack.
Got it.
To make it easier to find them.
Hey, backpacks are gone?
Everything is
Everything's
gone.
gone.
You
We're
are
completely naked.
what's the word I'm looking for?
Completely naked.
Naked.
Free balling right now.
So, like, even things we were holding.
Yes, everything is gone.
Okay.
You have
It's just weird that you made a differentiation between people sticking their focuses in their backpack.
well, because your backpacks are also gone, but I. Just keep thinking about it. What do you want to do?
You'll get there eventually, Jared.
At least I don't need a bit of gauze to do something.
Well, then do something.
I'm pushing, damn it!
It
Some-
ain't working.
Something is stopping you other than this. It doesn't seem to rotate freely.
Can I push the other direction?
Yeah, go for it. Same thing. I'm not gonna make you roll. It's the same thing happens.
Oh.
If I push the other direction, can I pull?
No matter which, well, there's nothing to hold on to for you to pull.
Alright.
Can I look and see if there's any indication as to what's binding this?
Do we
Make
have
a perception check.
any earthbenders here?
Not with that material components, apparently.
No.
Inside.
What'd you get?
Hold on. 10.
10? You have no clue. It's definitely a mechanical device of some sort, but you can't gather much more information beyond that.
Then I'll just look at Leo, be like, hey, figure it out, smart boy.
I'm looking.
Go ahead and roll me a perception, Leo.
That one, fuck.
This is
Not
definitely
going good at all.
this is definitely probably made of stone. So you've spent a good, we'll say 5 minutes struggling with this door, or with this thing, this rotating piece of equipment. You've been struggling with it for like 5 minutes, and you still haven't gone straight or left.
Go. Which way does it look like it's turning?
Turns left.
Let's go left.
You take a left. So after the weird circle things, you walk for another 5 feet, and then you take a left. You walk for 120 feet, and then you're presented with a right turn for 10 feet, another right turn for an additional 120 feet, and then a left turn that you cannot see the end of.
10 feet.
Say again?
Right turn 10 feet.
Yeah, so you go down. Oh, my bad. I wasn't giving you options. It's a direct line. So after you take that first left past the circular marks, you go 120 feet, you take a right for 10, and you take an additional right for another 120, and then you can take a left. It's a big U-bend.
Okay. Gotcha.
Right, at the end of this tunnel, you see a left that looks to go into darkness.
Okay, we'll go left. Is that our only option?
All right. You start walking.
More markings?
Take it? No, there's no markings.
Okay, we're going left.
But you start walking. And you keep walking. And you keep walking. And you keep walking. And you keep walking. And it just keeps going. And going. Going.
Stop.
This whole time,
There
I
we
still
go.
haven't Take magic up. Do I notice anything?
You walked in a straight line for 5 minutes before realizing that there is no end. You haven't seen any turns. Something feels off about this.
I'm gonna use my investigation.
It's magic.
Yeah, go ahead and yeah, this feels like illusion.
Don't you see through illusions?
Yeah.
That makes this
Don't
difficult.
want
I lied, it's conjuration.
that. Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Well, there's no way for you.
I never heard one.
There's no
What
way that you
exactly
could have
is-
walked for 5 minutes without it breaking the illusion. So we're gonna say conjuration.
So what exactly is giving off this conjuration?
You could still let him say that it's an illusion and it just took him a second. You know, he's a
Nah,
little
because he
rusty
just
right
straight
now.
up doesn't register illusions.
Okay.
So the tunnel itself seems to be emitting the conjuration, almost like it's enchanted. Maybe I should have said enchantment. Enchantment works better than conjuration.
Can anybody detect magic though?
You just did, and you've discovered that the tunnel is enchanted.
I mean, like, in order to figure out what to do about it.
Oh,
And they break the spell.
Like, how to break the spell, though.
you can roll an Arcana check.
I'll do that.
Oh, I still should have had detect magic up.
13.
13.
What's your modifier?
7.
So
Plus
you
7?
so you rolled a
got
13 on the
20.
die?
I roll a 6
Okay.
Uh-oh.
plus 7 is 13.
You have actually seen this specific type of enchantment before in one of your where you grew up with the rest of the druids. Someone played this trick on you when you were a kid and you recognize it. You can stop it by walking out of it in the opposite direction.
I'm going to relay that information to the group.
Right, and about face.
All right, you turn around, you walk for 20 feet, and you're presented with a right turn.
Okay, we are going to take a right.
All right, so at this point, you will be retracing steps.
Yep, we'll go all the way back to where we may have our next decision.
All right, so this is going to be right after the circular door, where you're presented with a. You could go straight from the scratch marks, or you could go left from the scratch marks.
Left it is.
You take a left and you walk for 30 feet, and you're presented with another left. On your left, you see another tunnel, and in front of you, you see a faint green light.
We're heading towards the light.
All right. You're going to walk for 30 feet. And you finally found another room. No longer just endless tunnels. You walk into this room, and this is this one. There are vines covering the walls and hanging from the ceiling. And they all seem to be bearing a brightly colored, usually green or blue, sometimes they're red, fruit from random spots in the vines.
Oh, glowberries?
They're not glowing. The fruits themselves aren't glowing. The room is glowing.
Okay.
You see little faint flickers of light budding in and out, almost like fireflies, but brighter. And if detect magic is still up, you detect conjuration.
Is conjuration coming from the fireflies?
Yes. Oh, and this room is smaller than your original room. It is only 60 by 60. Oh, right. I remember. So, what you gonna do?
Are there any doors in this room?
There are no doors.
Just the room with the berries.
It is a room with random berries.
And there's not another exit.
There is not another
Um,
exit.
You said, or is there other vegetation in here?
Vines. There are
Vines?
vines covering the walls and ceiling, and they sort of make up a floor bed, but the ground is still stone.
Ooh.
I want to see if I recognize these berries. See if they'll be useful. They're like poisonous or something.
Okay. Roll a history. No, roll a nature check for me.
15 plus 1, 16.
16. You do not recognize these berries. But based on the colors, you could assume that there will be some kind of side effect if you were to eat them. And as you're closely inspecting these berries, the door behind you shuts.
Okay.
Can I use speak with plants and see if these vines can help us, or do they not count as plants?
You can speak with plants?
Yeah.
Druids, they're weird.
Druids are weird.
Like poison ivy, bro.
Where is your speak with plants spell?
It's a level 4.
4?
Second from the bottom.
That says speak with animals.
And then below
Hold
that
up.
says speak with
Refresh
plants.
the page just in case. Just in case I'm missing something.
And I don't see a requirement.
Ah, there it is. I see it now. Hey, there is no material requirement for that. Alright, so you're going to use up a third level spell slot. You imbue plants in an immobile 30-foot image. Okay. Okay, cool. So, casting this spell will not allow you to talk with the plants, but you can talk to them, and they can give you animated responses.
Okay.
So pose your question.
Is there any chance you guys could show us what are we trying to find exactly?
The way out or the lost people?
Okay. Is there any way that you guys could kind of show us the way out of here or to the what kind of people?
Lost.
Lost people. Like do like a little wave to kind of or something.
All of the plants in your 30-foot sphere seem to kind of wiggle a little bit and have their points facing the door.
Okay.
After about 3 seconds, they all point to the center of the room.
I go look at the center of the room.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm going with him.
Yeah, I want to go investigate.
Whoever has the highest investigation, roll with advantage.
I got a plus 4.
I've got plus 6.
A few then.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay put then.
I got the same thing both times. So
Which was an 8?
17.
17. You can't quite make out what's on the ground. There's definitely vines, and they look like they're in a very specific shape, but you're not sure what that shape is. It seems like if a 2-year-old was learning cursive.
Huh. Is it like a language?
Probably.
What language?
None that you recognize.
I'm gonna speak to the plants and I'm gonna say, is there any way you can show us what we need to do right now?
One of the fruits effectively picks itself and detaches from its flower and rolls on the ground towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna pick it up.
You're now holding it.
Okay, what is it you're wanting to show me?
You feel a tug. The fruit is kind of trying to pull itself towards your face. With no real effort, just as a little hint.
I'm gonna hold it open palm.
Okay.
I think it wants you to eat it.
And then I'm gonna let it do where it needs to go.
You're now holding an open palm like in front of you. And it just kind of keeps shaking and rotating towards you.
Go where you need to go.
I'm gonna reach out, grab the fruit, and eat it.
Alright. You take a bite of the fruit. Are you immune to poison by any chance?
Yes, I am. That's why I did it.
Alright, cool. You eat the fruit. And nothing happens. It is a very, very bitter flavor. You'd think a fruit this colorful would be a little bit sweeter.
I cannot believe you just ate my friend like that.
Alright, so nothing happened other than I ate it and didn't like it.
Yeah, you ate it and it was bitter. That is what happened when you ate it.
I lost a friend, and we still don't know what to do.
I'm gonna grab one and throw it on the floor in the center of the room.
Alright, how much force are you throwing it with? Give me a strength check.
All my might.
Alright, give me a strength check.
Eve! 16?
Alright, you throw the flute on the ground and it splatters in a colorful array of blue and yellow. Its internals are now spread out in a large circle around the ground. And the juices kind of flow into the vines and disappear beneath it.
I'm gonna regret this, but for how long have we been in these tunnels?
Roughly an hour.
How long were we on the island for?
About another hour, so it's 11 o'clock.
And we showed up at like 7?
You should have been like 9.
9. 10, 11. Alright. I'm getting hungry and I'm gonna grab one and fucking eat it.
Alright, you take a bite. Can you roll a constitution check for me?
I'm gonna slap it out of his hand before he can eat it.
Oh. No,
Hunter, roll dexterity. Sorry, roll sleight of hand. It's a +1 either way.
Do I need to roll against this?
Well,
Yes, please.
On what? Dexterity or?
Dexterity or sleight of hand, whichever one's higher. What numbers are we working with?
You first, Hunter. You started this.
I got a 12.
I got a 12.
Alright, since it's a draw, he successfully eats it. Now roll a constitution check. So you take a huge mouthful of this berry. And right as you finish pulling off your piece, it gets smacked out of your hand and falls to the ground.
I was eating that.
I'm gonna smack him and
And I will punch him in the face.
So before any of that, I need a constitution check.
Why are you hitting me?
because you threw one on the ground and ate one.
23.
And these
I
are
said,
my
what?
friends.
I am going to hold on.
My constitution check?
Yes.
23.
All right, cool. You eat it, and it is very, very bitter.
It tastes like shit.
It is definitely not a good flavor. It's like eating a handful of unripe grape.
So after I slap them, I'm going to speak to the plants. I'm going to...
But you slapped me?
Yeah, he slapped both of us.
Yeah, and then
You're
I'm
getting
gonna...
hit for your trouble. You know that, right?
When he touched me, I do have poisonous skin, by the way.
Hunter, roll a constitution check.
Flag will receive a slap for her troubles as well.
Constitution.
You have a +1.
Got a 14.
That's what we need to beat it, that right?
No.
You brought it up. Why don't you know it?
Yeah, that's it. 12 Constitution. 12.
So you don't get poisoned. We'll say the slaps don't do any damage. You need all the health you can get.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do any damage.
You re-ask the fruit to tell you what it wants, and again, another fruit falls out of its flower and rolls onto the ground towards your feet.
I'm gonna tell it to crawl where it needs to go to get us out of here.
It
It's a fruit.
doesn't
How does it
have
wanna crawl?
legs. It is a. You ever seen a dragon fruit?
Yeah.
Imagine that without the spines. So it's just like this.
It's a peach. Let's say it's a peach.
Yeah, it looks like a peach or a pear, something along those lines.
Okay.
It is
so it can
just a large
roll
berry.
to me, but it can't do anything else.
It can roll, but it can't jump. It can't walk away.
It roll to where I need to go.
And it just keeps bumping your feet.
Remember berries.
And it does what?
It just keeps rolling into your.
I think they want you to eat them.
Alright, I'm going to. Guess I'll eat it.
All right, you take a bite. Roll a Constitution check for me.
I hope you packed your bags, kid, because you're going on a trip.
18.
All right. So you take a bite of the berry, and it starts out really, really bitter, but over time seems to kind of become sweet as the juices resonate inside your mouth. After about 30 seconds, your vision starts to rotate and slowly turns into more of a kaleidoscopic vision. You start seeing colors and waves flowing through the air, just all the colors in the room kind of merging into one flowing blob. You start seeing swirls appear in random parts of your vision.
I think you need a different song playing right
I don't know what song to play.
either.
Something by the Grateful Dead.
Fish or Pink Floyd or
Purple haze.
Purple Haze. Yeah. Oh yeah, Purple Haze would be good.
So you are now,
Hi.
yeah, you're high.
How did Jared know that happened to me?
Well, it's a poison. Dad's immune to poison. Jared had an insane Constitution check.
I thought his was lower than that.
Mine was 23.
You had an 18.
All right.
All right, so now you're tripping. Now what?
Guys,
We tried to open the door yet.
No one has tried to open the door.
guys, I don't think I'm okay. Yeah, all kinds of shit right now.
I'm so fucking confused by this room.
I'm not even sure if he's in character. Like, he's just talking.
That thing tasted really good though. I don't know why you guys said it was gross. This is a great time. Holy
What? I think our friend here is going on a trip.
Say your ABCs backwards for me right now.
You gotta try it. You gotta try this. Kevin. You guys need more.
Who's Kevin? He's making up names.
He meant Leo. Leo, do you want to try it?
No.
What's your name?
All right, I'm gonna try to open the door.
Okay, cool. It's locked.
Okay.
There was not a locking mechanism that you can see either.
What kind of door is it?
It is a thick, reinforced stone door.
Oof.
Oh, okay.
You could probably scratch your way out in like 8 months.
Well,
All right.
All right. Hunter,
So-
you are tripping. What are you doing?
I am gonna just follow them.
Your party members?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you have the answer.
I'm just gonna try and stick with them so I don't get lost.
All right.
You have the answer to get out of here.
You guys are now trip sitting.
Do you see anything on the door, Hunter?
No, he does not. When he looks at the door, the colors that he saw previously kind of blend into the stone and slowly turn into gray.
I investigate these words again.
Yeah, of course. Maybe someone else should also do that.
I think I will too.
Okay, cool.
What language is it?
You are uncertain. As I described it, it's like a 2-year-old tried to write something in cursive.
How about a 19 plus?
Unfortunately, the shapes are
23 total.
Unfortunately, these shapes are too undefined to get any answers out. If only there was something that was altering reality to make it look different.
They make fire. Oh, look at these vines again. Or sorry, Scrag. What's his name?
Flag.
Skag. Flag. Come look at these vines again. See if you see anything different.
I'm gonna do that.
All right. Written in perfect English, says, "To the glutton goes the spoils."
That mean we gotta eat our way out of here?
Sounds like it.
I think we just make Slag eat as many as he can.
So, did Slag relay this information to the party?
Yes.
As soon as you say that, the door opens up.
Cool.
Okay.
And laying just past the door is a circular stone plate with some kind of engraving on it. It looks to be in the shape of an animal.
The engraving looks like an animal.
Yes, a stone plate with an engraving of a panda.
So does this look like it'll fit in a slot?
It looks close enough.
Maybe we should take this with us.
Can we pick it up?
Yeah, it only weighs like 20 pounds.
Okay, I'll pick it up and carry it.
All right. That one room took way longer than it was supposed to, and it is now 8 o'clock. We're going to have to pause right there.
All right.
9 o'clock for us. I forget you're an hour behind.
Yeah. So, I hope your all's maps look good. Because we're going to pick up with you picking up that stone. Our goal is a week from today. As early as everyone can get into chat.
Okay, let me ask one quick question. Where exactly was the stone? Right outside the door?
Yep, right outside of the door, laying on the ground.
Why are we doing a week from today?
Because I'm trying to set it up so we can have longer sessions. So we're not limited by the 2 hours. And a week from today, I don't work. And the day after, I don't work.
So are you gonna want to start doing it every other
Yes.
Thursday after next week?
Yes. And we can do longer sessions, like probably 4 or 5 hours if y'all want to.
I don't know if I can do that long.
What's the schedule?
My mental capacity.
Hey, you gotta sit out of that room tonight.
That sounds like quitters talk.
I want to see y'all's maps. I'm interested. I'm not going to give you any information. I just want to look at them.
Check the chat.
I have 2 different maps.